What's happening, fam? L.A.R. movement still moving. Book is entitled Lessons from a Non-Custodial Father at Amazon, Kindle, and CreateSpace. Link will be in the description box below as usual. This video is entitled, What is a beta female? You see, we talk about alpha males, beta males. We talk about the relationship dynamic between men and women in this country right now that is dysfunctional. But we never talk about it in a dynamic, alpha males, beta females, beta males with alpha females, alpha males with alpha females, beta males with beta females. So I had to look up the definition of a beta female, right? And here was the thing that was interesting. This is contradictory. There's one definition that basically says a beta female is feminine, and an alpha female is overly aggressive, angry, and masculine. All right, beta females are feminine, demure, that type of thing. And there's another definition that says beta females are alpha females' sidekick, who are just there, who are trying to imitate alpha women, and it has nothing. And that definition has nothing to do with their interactions with men. It's all woman on woman. So I started thinking, here's a problem with that. When you talk about alpha males, they talk about dominant males, assertive males, aggressive males, leaders of the pack. But at the end of the day, these are also the males who get first choice when it comes to mating with women, but they're also looked up as stand-up individuals, whether that be morally, right, and ethically, because they're the leader of the pack. And the thing about that is, they're the ones that are looked at that have to deal with the most stress, which plays into the fact of why they are first the first choice or the first chooser of other women, because they have to deal with the most responsibility. And that stress, in some ways you can look at it like alpha males do the most work. They're asked to produce the most, so they're not just the first to eat, they're the first to choose women, because they're the ones on the front lines. Now, because of that, beta males get second, second, third, fourth, whatever, however you want to go down it, because they don't deal with the stress as an alpha male. They eat second because they didn't have to hunt, right? They eat second because they didn't have to defend first. They have to come. They come up second in the pack when most of the heavy lifting is done, so they should eat second, and they pick women second. I'm going back somewhere with this. Now, this is the same thing that goes on with the women. We say the women are acting too masculine and manly, and most of them can't handle. They can't handle the stress of being alpha. You get me? That's why they're having all of these vices and they're having all these mental breakdowns, because they wanted the alpha male position without the alpha male responsibility and the alpha male stress. So now what? You stuck, right? And the question is, what are the guys really looking for? Beta females? We're looking for feminine, soft, sensitive, demure women. And you see, another thing about that beta female definition was that they suffer from low self-esteem. They're just sexual objects. They can be looked at as the trophy wife, or a beta female could be looked at as a single mother, because all she is a sex object, because she has a low self-esteem. And it's like, well, wait a minute. So an assertive woman, if you switch that use that same logic, you would say an alpha female is some assertive woman who's domineering, who is wife material, and who you build a family with because of her aggressive masculine nature, or because of her anger, because she's the opposite of that, and she's unattractive. You know, she's not really a sexual object or arm candy or trophy wife. She's just, you know, I don't know. You know, I can't, you know, the opposite of that. So here's the problem with that. So you got, when people asking, okay, what's, because men can't define what's a beta female because we never thought about it. And women, definition of beta females, or the definition of beta female, is like three different things. And this is one of the few times in life where I've looked up something and I found three contradictory definitions. Like, usually, if you look up a word or a phrase, Webster's dictionary, Wikipedia, Wiki, whatever, Merriam, I forget the other one, but most definitions, even the Urban Dictionary, if you use it as slang, they all have a similarity. But beta female doesn't have a similarity. It's something that's here, it's something that's here, it's something that's here. So, to me, it needs to be explored, because I think one of the biggest problems is that because we never said what a beta female really is, because beta always looks at second class. So it would seem like balance, right? Yin and yang. Maybe an alpha male should be with a beta female. Yin and yang. He's assertive, he's aggressive, he's domineering. She's passive. That's what they use, passive. She's passive, she's sensitive, she's feminine, right? So aggression submits to the sensitivities, and the sensitivity submits to the aggression, right? For the balance. But people are trying to act like as though alpha men and alpha women are supposed. That's a battle. That's the submission thing that I think people are talking about, because some of these women view themselves as alpha women, and they're not. I'm not submitting to no man because I'm an alpha woman. Well, here's the problem. Some of you ladies are complaining because, and some of these guys are using your alpha against you. Because if you're an alpha woman, you need to shut up when it's time to put in the work. You need to shut up when it's time to go hunt and kill. You need to shut up when it's time for you to handle your responsibilities. You need to shut up about the stresses of being alpha. You can't have it both ways. You know? Now, if you can do that, you're a real alpha. If you can't be an alpha when it's convenient and a beta when it's convenient. Don't work like that. You know? To most guys, that's what most quote-unquote alpha females are trying to do. They're trying to prolong being alpha by being a sometime alpha. But beta women seem to be understanding that they're not born to be alpha. They're not born to be the leader of the pack. And then you can use religion in this. Some women might lose their mind, and say some things, how can you want marriage and you want a man to be the head of the household, right? But at the same time, you don't want to submit. That's like telling you. So why are you believing in the Christian version of marriage? Why? Why are you believing in the Christian ideology of marriage? If you're gonna do that. Now, one of the other reasons I bring this up is because when you're talking about a beta man, it's a diss. So, but when you're talking about a beta female, is it a diss? That's my question. Is it a diss? Is a beta female comfortable being a sidekick? Is she comfortable playing the background? Is she comfortable um, with with the alpha male having the bulk of the responsibility placed upon his feet and placed on his shoulders? Is she comfortable with that? And I think about it and I say, yeah, because most women in general want the man to do all the heavy lifting, want him to handle all the stresses and make life easier for her. That's what most women want. So I don't think it's a diss. I really don't. So exploring the ideology of what is a beta female is also exploring the ideology of, are you comfortable being second in line? Because most women, even the ones that have a problem with patriarchy, would love to be with a guy because their ideal guy is somebody that's getting it all done. It's some master of the universe type of guy who got it all done and got it all together, and she doesn't have to do anything. And she could just say, look, that's my man over there who did all of this great stuff. And I'm greater than him, but he's my man. House is paid for. Cars are paid for. You see this big old ring on my finger? He satisfies my needs. He satisfies my wants. All because he's bowing to the altar of my greatness, right? It sounds crazy, but that's how it comes off. But even in that ideology, she doesn't want to do the heavy lifting. So, to me, she still wants to be the second in command. She wants to say she's the first, but actions speak louder than words. Who's getting it done? So so at the end of the day, I'm gonna ask this: what is a beta female? Comment on this for me, y'all. Comment. Let me know. Peace.